Hi friends, I hope you guys are doing awesome today. So today I want to talk about nourishing our bodies. And of course at the end I'll explain, which is kind of a given, most of you probably already know, how this helps with nourishing our spirits and nourishing our emotions. So first I need to put a disclaimer out that I am not a doctor, nor am I a certified nutritionist yet. I am working on that. But in this moment, at this very second, this video is purely my journey and my experiences and what helped me during my moment of choosing to say yes to healing. And so I just wanted to make sure that I put that disclaimer out there that I am not a doctor. So whatever you decide to do, whatever you take from this video, make sure that you look up anything that I say or that you have questions on. Look it up for yourself and double check. Ask your doctor about it, or ask a certified nutritionist about it, and just make sure that you understand that. And like, I look up everything nowadays, whether it's news, politics, nutrition, even if I'm listening to a sermon, like I cross-reference scripture. Like I look everything up nowadays, like just because we're all humans, and so somebody might make a mistake, or purposely give you the wrong information. I'm not doing that right now though, but I might make a mistake as far as, my research and what I have learned. So putting that out there, that disclaimer, there are certain foods that can cause more depression, and obviously there are certain foods that can help with energy levels. So if you're grieving or you're going through any kind of depression, you definitely want to make sure that you're watching what you eat. You're watching what's in your diet. If you're grieving and you're choosing yes to healing, that's going to be the first thing that I would encourage you to start doing, is to really watching what you eat, watching your diet, and all of that good stuff. Of course, spirituality is number one. If you know me, you know that that is the most important thing to me. But the reason why I say to nourish your body is because we need to feel good. We need to have the energy to be able to serve and do what we're supposed to do. And I can get more into that later. So when I say the first thing that I think you should do is to start watching what you eat, it's not because I think that's the most important. I just feel like it's a huge step in the right direction, so that way we can feel good and we can really be able to have the energy to emotionally and spiritually start healing. So the first thing that helped me whenever I started to look into this more and to realize that food really can help me or hurt me, the one thing that I started to really do is to start making sure that I ate regular meals at regular times, whether it was a meal or a snack. I started having a 3 o'clock snack, and of course I started doing that a couple of years ago when I worked at a clinic, heart clinic. My friend Brenda and I, my coworker, we would always have our 3 o'clock snack, and so that's just kind of something that I kept with me, is having a 3 o'clock snack, and that's definitely something that's helped me in my journey to healing, because now I have PCOS, and so if you have PCOS or something that is insulin, any kind of have any kind of insulin problems or blood sugar issues, this will help you tremendously. It helped me to just make sure that I was intentional about eating at the right times or at the same times. It just kind of helped keep my insulin levels and my blood sugar levels at balanced, and just allowed my body to know that it was having a continuous source of fuel coming, and so it just helped stabilize my moods. It helped stabilize all of that stuff, my blood sugars, my insulin levels, and all. Sorry, I had a phone call. So that would be my first encouragement for you, is to try to start eating at the same times. Now, most of us know about the sugar high and sugar lows, and so that's going to be the next thing I would encourage you to do, is to try to cut out your sugars. If you eat a sweet snack or something, or a candy bar, or have that, sugary donut or Coca-Cola, you're going to have that spike in energy, and then you're going to decline really quick. And that is going to it's going to throw your moods out of whack. And so if you are already grieving or battling any kind of depression or anything like that, that's going to be harmful for you. You might feel like you need that to get some energy, but I would encourage you not to do that, not to take that route of getting energy, because you're going to have that sugar crash, and it's just going to make your moods all, unstable. And so, excuse me, so that you don't want to do that. Now, so those foods you want to keep away from are sugary foods, alcohol, trans fat, caffeine, foods that you want to try to eat, or foods that I try to eat more during my time of healing, and even now, like, I've just really tried to keep this going, but I tried to really get a lot of vitamin C. So I tried to eat a lot of blueberries, broccoli, strawberries. I love strawberries, and so I tried to eat a lot of strawberries. Tomatoes. I try to eat more of those types of fruits for me, and vegetable, because that has some vitamin C, and so that just, for me, that helped me a lot. Now, most of you know about serotonin. It's that mood regulator, and so your brain naturally produces that. So foods to increase on those serotonin levels are going to be fish, vitamin D. Smart carbs are also known to help you create more serotonin, and so you want to eat smart carbs. And I stress smart carbs. Smart carbs can have a calming effect on your mood, and so you definitely want to make sure that you're eating smart carbs. Choose your carbs wisely. Limit those sugary foods. Opt for a more smart or complex carb, such as whole grains, rather than that simple carb, rather than that cake or that cookie. You want to eat fruits and vegetables to help you get those carbs and fibers. So smart carbs, guys. Smart carbs can help with that serotonin level. Foods like turkey, tuna, and chicken have an amino acid which may help your body make serotonin also. So try to eat something with protein several times a day. I don't know if any of you drink those protein shakes. I used to be pretty regular with protein shakes. That kind of has gone to the wayside. I'm not really sure why. I guess just the move and all of that stuff. I still feel like I'm trying to just get into the routine of things, and that's one of the things I want to get back on. And so today for dinner, I'll probably have a protein shake, because that protein is good for you too. And so you want to have those good sources of healthy proteins, like beans and peas and lean beef and low-fat cheese. Fish, milk, poultry, and yogurt are also yogurt's a really good source of protein also. So like, for example, today, my lunch, I have not eaten lunch yet. My lunch is going to be spinach. If you know me, you know that I have a small addiction to spinach. I'm going to start putting those in my protein, spinach in my protein shake also. But I'm going to eat spinach with light Italian dressing. And of course, my water, guys. Stay hydrated. Hydration, hydration, hydration. I still feel dehydrated, even though I can drink a ton of water, and it's just because our bodies need that water so much. Like, hydration is so important, and so make sure you're staying hydrated, staying away from those sugary foods, and just just eating healthy, eat good foods, eat smart foods. Most of us, whether we know exactly what a food does or not, we know that it's good for us. Like I know spinach is good for us, not just because Popeye told me so, but because I just know that spinach is good. And so just make sure that you're eating those foods that you know are good. I promise you're going to feel so much better. And so to get to where my point is, where I was saying, I want you to really start watching what you put in your body, because if we feel good, then we are able to read our Bible. We're able to have the energy to serve others, to serve our community and things like that. If you're going through grief, it's going to be so much harder to get out of that if you're not praying regularly, and if you're not eating right, if you're just having those sugar highs and then automatically just declining and having that sugar low. That's going to be so hard, so much harder for you to get out of that slump of depression or that slump of grief. And so I just would really encourage you to try to eat right and pray. Even if you don't feel like it, I promise you, just pray. Keep those lines of communication with God open. I remember when I was going through some really bad depression, I would just lay in bed and not want to move. And I just started saying, Our Father who art in heaven. And I just started saying that prayer over and over, just saying the Lord's Prayer over and over, and just sometimes that was the only way that I could pray, is by saying that one prayer and just keeping that line of communication open with Him. When I started to physically feel better was when I started to physically read my Bible. I started to physically worship more and just be stronger in that relationship with Him. And that's why, from my personal experience, I say you absolutely want to keep your prayer life number one. Absolutely. But as you're keeping that line of communication open, because let's be honest, when you're depressed or you're grieving, it takes every ounce of you to even just think. And so take that ounce that you have and pray. Just pray. Even if it's just, God, I can't do this today, I need you. Just whatever the case is, pray to Him and then start eating right. Guys, I promise you're not going to regret it. You're going to have the energy to serve Him, to serve His people, to serve your family, and to just start feeling better physically. And then that emotional healing, if you're praying and you're eating right, all of that just kind of starts to come. It starts to come fully in you, and just God just starts to work that miracle in you. And so that's all I have today. Tomorrow we'll probably talk a little bit more about nourishing our spirit. I haven't really decided if I want to do emotional, like more emotional or spiritual tomorrow. I mean, for me, they all go hand in hand. And so as long as we're focusing on God, focusing on our bodies, focusing on God means taking care of ourselves physically. And so it just all goes hand in hand. And that's really what I wanted to stress to you all. It goes hand in hand. So take care of yourself, eat right, eat a bowl of spinach tonight or today, drink your water, stay away from the sugars and caffeine. And that's just a great first step. It's a great first step in healing. So if any of you have any questions, if y'all would like any kind of recipe ideas or anything like that, again, I'm not a doctor, nor am I a certified nutritionist yet. But I can certainly help just give you some of my recipes. And again, this is all my personal journey, so I have to put that disclaimer out there. But I love you guys. I'm praying for y'all. If y'all ever have any questions or encouragement or anything like that, reach out to me, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.